Good morning, John. So I was on TikTok a couple of days ago, and let's be honest, all of the other days as well. But on that particular day, I witnessed a lie, or at least a misinformation. It was one of those things where you say, I was today years old when I found out. This particular person was today years old when he found out that news stands for notable events, weather, and sports. This is what we call a folk etymology. People come up with origins of a word that make sense, but aren't real, and they spread around because they make sense and they sound good to people. My favorite of these is hangnail, because it sounds so extremely straightforward. Hangnail. It's a hangy part off the side of your nail. The nail in question in hangnail isn't a fingernail, it's a nail. Like a nail that you would hammer into something. And that's what they called like a corn, because it was a patch that was very hard. Like someone had nailed a nail into you, I guess. And then ang is a prefix that you put on something to say that it's painful. This is where angry comes from. So any like painful foot or hand condition was called an angnail. And probably because it makes more sense for a hangnail than other painful foot and hand conditions, it stuck around as hangnail for just that one condition. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about today. While news does not stand for notable events, weather, and sports, there is something interesting we can learn from the etymology of the word news. The actual source, it will be unsurprising to hear, is from the word new. We took an adjective and we nouned it. It's just a pluralization of new. So like, what's new with you? That's your news. But over time, it became the news. Not like my new informations, just the news. And we need to understand that the news is not necessarily the importance. So let's say, for example, that like suddenly one day 2,000 people in America die of a disease. That would be news. But if 2,000 people die in America of a disease every day, it's not news anymore because it's not new. And this isn't a function of all the terrible people in the news industry. This is human nature. And probably for a good reason. Like, the new stuff is the stuff that you understand the least, that you do not really necessarily know how to deal with or live with or how it will impact you. But our bias for the new can break us a little bit. Like, it can make it so that we are not properly understanding the world. This definitely hurts us when it comes to how we interface with ongoing crises. As an example, in most of the places where this video is being watched, the number of infants who die per 1,000 births is below 6. In Sierra Leone, it is 80. And I understand sometimes not wanting to sit with a statistic like that. It is kinda devastating. And it is also not news. In fact, it is down from 160 deaths per 1,000 when I was born in 1980. And if you want to talk about it in terms of news, going from 16% infant mortality to 8% infant mortality is good news. Regardless, 8% infant mortality is a bad situation. John, humans have a lot of biases that prevent us from understanding our world correctly. That's just a thing. And personally, I didn't get this until you spent the time with me and helped me understand that we are just bad at dealing with ongoing long-term crises. But because you did that, and you also did the work to figure out the best ways to interface with problems like these, we now have raised tens of millions of dollars for Partners in Health. And if you have donated, or you've been a member of the Awesome Socks Club, or have bought stuff during Pizzamas, or have just been a member of this community, you have been a part of that, because that is the thing that strong community can do. It can look past what is new to see what is important. And yes, Pizzamas starts Monday, in which John and I make videos like we did in 2007, 5 days a week. Am I excited or overwhelmed? Porque no los dos. Honestly, I'm extremely excited, and I'm doing a thing. So we have text message updates this year. You can sign up. There's a link in the description. People who sign up for that, you will get messages from me throughout Pizzamas, but then never again. So don't worry about that. It will not be an ongoing thing. Every day, you're going to get one pizza-themed dad joke from me. I will make this happen. I've got a fair number. I'm not all the way there. I'll get there. But also, if you sign up for the text, you might get some special access to some stuff. And if you want to get that text message pop up every time, you can open up pizzamas.com in an incognito browser, which I know is a very, very weird sentence. John, I'll see you on Tuesday. Monday! I'll see you on Monday!